Hustling, hustling. Every day I'm 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 hustling. Every day.
Hey, Grant Cardone here, and my friend Jared Glant.
Jared Glant.
Dude, we're looking for a name for our show. We call it Young Hustlers right now. It's for people 18 to 32 years old. You guys that are out there bumping, humping, hitting it, scrapping.
Trying to get your piece.
You know the problem about being young, Jay?
What's that, G?
Dude, it's just a confusing time in life, because you have all these other choices. You got choices to like go out and play, go out and party. You got people pulling on you and tugging on you. And you don't have money yet typically, so you get a little bit. You're like, okay, what is that for? I mean, it's a really confusing stage where you're going from being a teenager, I think, to being a full-on adult with responsibilities. A guy asked me today, he's like, dude, you're doing this show for 18 to 32-year-olds. What about the 45 to the 55 years old? And by the way, what do you call hustlers when they're 45 and 55?
A hustler's a hustler.
No, I said you call them parents, bitch. You call them parents, man. That's the difference. See, typically when you're 18 to 32, right, you don't have the parental thing going on. You're probably not settled down.
You're still making irresponsible decisions.
Well, you're just making a lot of decisions that I don't have to make anymore. And I love young people. I love young people that are hitting it, that hadn't made it, that they're trying to even figure out maybe where they're at. I see so many guys spending time in school, getting an education. I met a chick here the other day. She's got $200,000 in college debt and does not know a thing other than spelling the word hustle. She knows nothing about hustle.
And she knows how to chew bubble gum.
Yeah. So look, my number here is 305-865-5260, 305-865-5260. Every week, me and Jared are going to be talking to you about
what you can do as a young person and try and get a leg up on the rest of the marketplace out there. It's tough, it's hard, and as a young person, you have a lot of disadvantages, but you also have tremendous opportunity. And so we're here to highlight.
And don't tell me about drinking Diet Coke, okay? And it's aspirin and all that. And it's going to kill me. I know what I know. I know it ain't good for me, okay? Young Hustlers, call us at 305-865-5260. We're going to take a caller here in a second, but I want to talk to you about all the people last week that, one, watched our first show, and number two, gave us names because we're like, do we really want to do this Young Hustlers thing? And what is a hustler anyway? Is a hustler a guy, a gangster out of the ghettos that's stealing 22s? Is he packing a 9? Is he selling the flake? Is he crushing the blue rock and out there, shoveling it off in the clubs at night? Dude, that's not the hustler we're talking about. We're talking about legitimate, ethical people, men and women that want to go out and get their hustle on. They actually want to create wealth. Okay, create finances, create financial freedom, and do good things with it. I mean, do whatever you want to do with your money, but
we had some unbelievable feedback.
Jared Glant, at Jared Glant on Twitter.
From the last show.
Can you do a Larry for me?
This is Larry Baranovsky. I'm a debt collector, and I'd like to share with you some names people submitted for the Young Hustlers show. Number 1, Gen X Business Gangsters.
Gen X Business Gangsters. Who was that from?
That came from Chad Cyrus. Carlos JP, the Young Elite Generation.
Love that.
Thanks for that, Carlos. Young Guns, 10X Extreme, the 10X Nation, Young Money, Young and Rich, Young Champions from Michael Ong. Thanks, Michael, for all those suggestions.
How many suggestions did he have, man? I should send him something just for all the suggestions.
Yeah. Garrett Robinson, Generation XL. I like that. Fresh Face Businessman, but that, of course, would exclude the ladies.
Half the planet, okay.
Yeah. Business Blood Radio, Business Life Radio, Business Boomers, Hockey Advice.
Oh, I love that. Hockey Advice?
Well, Hockey Advice is who that came from. That was the...
Oh, got it.
Tony Santiago, the Breakthrough Entrepreneur 101. Got some good stuff here.
Yeah, got some good stuff. Hey, you're listening to Young Hustlers with Jared Glant and Grant Cardone here in the Cardone Zone. My number's 305-865-5260, 305-865-5260. I'm going to take a caller right now. He's going to hold off on his names a second. I have a guest in the studio. How old are you, Tim? 29 years old. 29 years old, young entrepreneur, and he happened to be in Miami, and he hit me up on Facebook and said, dude, or Twitter, One of the
Facebook.
two. Hit me up on Facebook and said, hey, man, can I stop by your offices? Marcus is on the phone. Marcus, thanks for calling. Where are you calling from, bro, and what is your question?
I'm calling from New York City this morning.
Nice. Nice. Turn off that white music you got in the background.
I'm at the Staten Island Ferry Terminal. They got musicians over here playing.
Oh, okay.
That's. I apologize.
No
First
problem.
and foremost, I got to say thank you for putting Sell to Survive on sale for $39. I bought that yesterday.
Oh, yeah, nice, bro. Nice. He's talking about this program right here.
Yeah.
$39. That's a $300 program.
That program will lay the bricks right there for your foundation of success.
Yes. And my question is, I'm in car sales right now. Just got a job 2 months ago at Manhattan Jeep Chrysler Dodge. And my question to you is, for a young salesman, I'm 19 years old going on 20. For a young salesman, I'm having some issues getting people involved in the sales process. I'm having problems getting people to sit down at my desk, getting people revolving in and out the door. I just need some insight from you on how to, get these people involved. And, I'm reading your book, Sell or Be Sold, and I'm...
Dude, I'll tell you what, okay, look, it's not about cars. I just tell you, I understand the challenge, okay? It's not about your age. It's
Right.
not, and it's not about automobiles, okay? I was out doing a scene. We're shooting these 6 episodes of a show called Whatever It Takes that I'm producing. Whatever. And, dude, I'm out here. I never ask anybody to do anything that I won't do myself, and we're in the Lincoln Road, and I'm out there, I'm like, dude, you got to turn the white music off. Okay, it's killing me. Okay, go over there and tell them, hey, turn it off. I'll give you 50. Okay, and so I walk up to these women, and I'm like, I tell these women, I said, I'm going to start barking. I'm going to actually get people to come and give me attention, and then once I get their attention, then I'm going to have them actually give me money. And I started telling these people, hey, give me money, give me $1, give me $5, give me $20. And the lady's like, no. I'm like, lady, when's the last time you wasted $1 or $5 or $10 or $20? You waste money every day. Waste some with me. And she was like, it stopped her, and she still didn't give it to me. I'm like, give me something. I'm begging you, give me something. Give me a piece of hair. Here, you won't give it to me? I'm going to pull it out of your hair. So dude, the point is, you got to come up with a pitch, and you got to keep it tight.
Right.
You got to keep it tight. You got to know exactly what you're going to say when you're bringing that customer in. Come on inside and let me get you some numbers. Oh, I'm not ready to buy today. Come on inside anyway. I'll give you some numbers anyway. It's hot outside. Hey, you want something to drink? No, I don't want anything. How about we split something? I'm thirsty. I'm going to die. Split it with me. I can't drink the whole thing. See what I got you laughing right now, but you got to come up with a pitch, and you got to keep it tight. Thanks for calling, Marcus. I hope that helps, and appreciate you. I hope you enjoy Sell to Survive. I guarantee you it will be the foundation for your sales success going forward.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. So
Marcus brings up a great point.
Yeah.
And like Grant was saying, you got to be tight with a pitch. We saw a great example of this when we were shooting the show, without getting into too many details. But you are the most valuable product that you can sell yourself. And you need to get a tight pitch on exactly what you offer and exactly what you bring and exactly what you can provide somebody.
yeah, and there will be multiple tight pitches. Like it's like if you're doing door to door, which we're going to talk to Tim about today. He's building a $1 million business. He's built $1 million business that is about going door to door. But the truth is, nobody wants to go door to door. Nobody. I mean, even before that, nobody even wants to do sales. I talk to people every day. I'm not a salesman. What do you mean, dude? I talked to 55 people here in the last 7 days, and they're like, I'm not a salesman. I'm like, you want a job? Dude, you want a job? You're going to have to sell yourself just to get a job, okay? You want to start some tech, you got some kind of techie idea, some kind of new social media company you want to start, and you need money? You might not be a salesman, but I'm going to tell you something. Dude, you're going to have to raise some money somewhere, someday, somehow, some way. You're going to be pitching somebody about something. And the guy you're pitching, the further you go up the food chain, okay, the further away you think you are from sales, actually the closer you get to it. Because sooner or later, whether you're asking for a raise, you're asking a chick out, you're asking a guy out, whatever, whoever the hell you're asking out. You got an invention, you got to get a bank loan, you want to buy a house. You want to go raise money. You want to get a PR company to get you on a TV or radio show. You need a pitch, man. Sooner or later.
Success rewards Preparation.
Yeah, you need a pitch. And the thing that we saw in the last couple of days, and this is what we want to keep this show to, our number here is 305-865-5260, 305-865-5260. Look, your daddy, you didn't teach you your pitch. Your mommy isn't going to teach you your pitch. They don't teach you a pitch in high school or college. What's your pitch? What is your pitch? So, who are you? What is your product? What does it do for me? I was on a private airline yesterday, and a challenge was the guy had 5 minutes to do his pitch. Dude, at 5 minutes, he still hadn't asked the guy what he wanted. I could have done the same pitch they did in 5 minutes. I don't know if you saw that piece. I showed him exactly how to do the same pitch he did in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I did in 18 seconds and got the job done. It was a pitch. I walk up. Hey, I want you to do this for me right now. I'm calling on somebody cold. Hey, my name is. Now, what are they going to say to me? They're going to shut me down. I'm picking up a telephone, trying to get an appointment with somebody. You got to get that first part of that pitch down. I don't know what your product is. I don't know what you're selling, but you got to get it figured out. I mean, Jared, were you surprised at the number of people that just got lost?
Unbelievable. Educated people that went to school, people that spent thousands and thousands of dollars on an education, buried in debt, and literally were not prepared when we set them up in a situation where all those skills that they had spent all this time and energy and effort investing in, when it came down to the push comes to shove, they weren't ready.
Pitch me that. You got 20 seconds.
Grant, this product is called Sell to Survive, okay? You may not think you're a salesperson right now, but every single person on the face of the planet is a salesperson selling a product. This program right here, I guarantee you, will change your life, okay? This is gonna teach you how to ask for the sale. This is gonna teach you how to build value in yourself. And
3 seconds.
And this is gonna teach you about price. It's a $300 program, let's do it.
Pow. I mean, you got to get it, okay? So maybe he didn't get the order right there, but you know what? He used the time he had, right? He used the time he had. So another way to do this is just basically this. Sell to Survive. It's a $330 program. It's on sale for $39. It was written by a New York Times bestselling author, Grant Cardone. I'm sure you've heard of him. You haven't? Oh, my God. Okay. You hadn't heard of the guy? The guy's unbelievable, man. He's helping young entrepreneurs make money, young entrepreneurs start their business, young entrepreneurs know the way and give you a Harvard degree, an MIT degree, a business school degree for $39, and it's a $300 program. Boom. Visa, MasterCard, or American Express, you want to write me a bad check. See, you got to have your pitch down, man, and you need to get it like tight. You need to get it tight, because what do I do? Once I get a 20-second pitch down, then I can start building other 20-second pitches. Look, I want to bring my guest, Tim came in, Tim Ruppel. Sorry, man. Tim Ruppel, he's in for Columbus.
Toledo,
Ohio. Okay, Columbus,
Ohio.
Kansas City, Ohio. Thank you, bro. Tim started a number of businesses. He's 29 years old. His company's doing $1 million in sales. They do door-to-door. He's selling natural gas and electricity basically to homeowners. He's saving them money. And Tim, appreciate you coming in today, dude. Appreciate you boning up, being a young, good, strong entrepreneur. This guy's the American success story right here, man. Okay, he is the hope of America. So Tim, what mistakes do you see people making out there?
Tons, especially going to school for a typical education to learn what everybody else is learning. I'm a high school and college dropout who simply went to the books and went to the streets and did it myself.
You didn't finish high school.
I quit high school. I went to college. My college professor.
What's wrong with you, dude? What's wrong with you? I mean, high school's not that hard. Jesus.
Oh no, it was by choice. I was bored. I was bored with the curriculum.
Okay, you dropped out over boredom?
I dropped out over boredom.
Okay.
I had an English teacher who was talking in circles, and I was looking at I will never apply this in the rest of my life, no matter what.
What grade did you drop out of?
Senior year.
Were you smoking weed?
Nope.
Don't lie, man.
Nope.
Okay.
Everybody's smoking weed in high school.
Huh?
Nope.
Senior year? No.
Never touched it.
Wow. I smoked a lot of weed in high school.
All right. I like a guy that'll drop out and tell everybody he did.
Absolutely.
So you
part of my story.
I love that story, dude. That's an awesome story. Do you use it?
Yes, absolutely. I have people come in and say, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I said, listen, I'm a high school and college dropout. When I started this company, I'd been evicted. I lost a car due to repo. I was living in my wife's parents' attic, and I was sitting there broke. I had nothing but choice, and I had opportunity in front of me. All I did was seize the moment and go after it. And I was walking to the office that I didn't have the money to pay rent for. I went in there. I was going to work every day. People that all they saw was me show up in a suit and go to work. And
hustle, young hustler.
It was about 80, 90 days in. Got an opportunity to expand my opportunity. Took it. Seized the moment. We had about a dozen people come in for interviews. I landed 5 or 6 of them. At that point, my business started to grow.
Dude, that's awesome. No, and so you go door to door.
Yep.
Did you do that first? You did that?
I did.
And then you.
I did.
Yeah. So you didn't just throw other guys out there and delegate the hard stuff.
Correct. I started out in Chicago. My trainer literally lit a cigarette in my face and said, odds or evens. I was like looking back and forth. I said, evens. I'll take the even addresses. And he said, good luck, and walked away from me. And I was like, that was my training? That's what I drove to Chicago for? That was my training day? And my first week, I made $20. Worked 54 hours. Worst experience of my life. I quit 20 times. But
50 cents an hour, dude.
Well, yeah, 38 cents an hour. That's right.
38.
And
okay.
I did the math. Trust me.
Why,
I looked at it.
twice the guys made me wrong today.
Hey.
I have the guy on my radio show, and he makes me wrong twice.
The
man.
magic of agreement.
Absolutely. I got to learn it. I got to get it. So, but the benefit to that was I didn't quit because the individual that brought me into that first opportunity said, you know, I have people making $3,000 to $5,000. You have that opportunity, and I said I'm gonna take it and do everything I can with it.
Nice, man. And so what did you make when you finally started figuring your pitch out?
A few $100 a week off the bat, but I knew that there was leverage because the system's set up kind of with an override to where you can build a sales force, and that was the opportunity I was going after. It was never to just get in it and do the sales myself, even though I can do it.
You wanted to build something.
I wanted to build something.
Yeah.
I needed to build something.
And Tim makes a great point here, because a lot of times what happens for our generation is it's really hard for us to see the long-term payoff and make the sacrifices today that we need to in order to set us up for success later. It's probably one of the most difficult things for people to do is actually have the foresight.
Like he took a cut. He came out of one company, came to work for me, started making $30,000 a year, so he could get to 300. But he had to pay the pain. I remember leaving my first sales job, which people were coming to me, and I was doing great. I was making over $100,000 a year. This is 25 years ago. It was $100,000 a year. I mean.
That's substantial.
I couldn't spend the money I was making, and I know some of you young hustlers that are acting like pretending to be ballers could spend that, but and then I started knocking on doors cold around the country, and one thing I did when I started cold calling people was I got as far away from my home as I could. So you were living in
Toledo, Ohio.
You couldn't go home from Chicago.
No,
at night.
I didn't have.
You didn't have a choice, did you?
No, I didn't.
Dude, here's the deal, folks. Before you even figure your pitch out, man, you got to make a commitment. You got to commit. You got to burn ships to where there is no route home. That's what that means when you burn ships. You can't get home no matter what. So he was out there. He makes $20 his first week. After $54, goes through, what, 3 pairs of shoes?
Close, yeah. It was a rough week.
I'm a storyteller. So he goes through 3 pairs of shoes, walk through 17 miles of snow and ice, okay? Frostbitten toes. See how you got to get your pitch together, man? You got to be able to talk on the fly, right? And he goes out there. He builds a company out of this. What is your biggest trouble now in building a company? What are you learning about the people you're trying to hire to expand your company?
Well, when I started the company, I was blessed to find my business partner. He's kind of my ballast. I'm the aggressive go-getter, and he's the person that sits there and says, hey, slow down. My business partner, John Flory, and we haven't been able to duplicate ourselves. So having people take ownership or responsibility, everybody out there wants to blame it on something else.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I could have blamed it on everything. I have every situation and circumstance come against me. I overcame it. Learning how to teach people or duplicate that mindset or that principle to people moving forward is one of our biggest objectives right now. One of the biggest difficulties we have is they just won't take responsibility. They aren't finding a diamond in the rough. I mean, we've been chiseling, we continue to, and we will.
Yeah.
But what's a step you think to help people
look,
take
here's the step. You have to give everybody the same type of training. You got to get them on a discipline. For instance, I know companies that put people on this red book. I think it's the red one right up in front here. Sell or be sold. Yeah, there it is. They put people on this book, which is actually an edition of Sell to Survive. Is it up here? Oh. And because what happens with this book is this book was created for people that have never sold anything. This book was actually created for artists because artists don't think they sell anything.
Correct.
And so you got to get you know, I tell Jared this all the time. Dude, quit telling people what to do. If they can't read it, they'll never get it. You can't read, you're done on this planet. Okay, I'm telling you, folks. I know you're like, oh, I don't get books anymore. I get it on a computer. If you can't read the written word, if you can't look up a definition, you can't understand what you're doing. I know a lot of guys out there that think they're salesmen. Look, if you can't duplicate yourself, you're not really a salesman because you do not understand the mechanics of selling. What you're basically doing is using personality only. You have to understand the mechanics. That's why so few people that are actually masters in what they do, so few of them actually write books because they don't truly understand what they're doing. Because, you know, look, if you understand everything there is about how to take a tire off a car, then you could actually write the manual on how to take the tire off the car, and then I could actually learn how to do it too. And that's when somebody becomes very valuable. So what I would do is, if I were you, I'd get a written out training platform, bring everybody through it, scripts, training, exercises, comprehension, and then get them into drills so they can actually start doing more than what your guy blowing smoke in your face did with you. Because he didn't train you. He just found a diamond in the rough. He found somebody that wanted to be a diamond so bad. But if you go that route, you'll never build your company. Because there's a lot of coal out there and very few diamonds that they won't take the pressure. Tim, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming in. You're a great American entrepreneur, young hustler, a great example, the folks that the American dream is still alive and well. It's out there. You just got to go hustle and get it. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up here today with a question that was submitted over the last week. If you guys have questions, please submit them to us. For now, you can send them to info@grantcardone.com. info@grantcardone.com. Send us your questions. We want to help you out. We want to help the young hustlers out there. This week's question comes from Fraser Mayer from the UK. Got a UK viewer here.
Oh, nice.
Question is, how do you get generally older people to take you more seriously when you're younger and trying to sell? I find that although I take myself very seriously, the people I'm trying to win business from have doubts about dealing with a very young person.
Well, first of all, you know, I've always looked extremely young. We got really dark in here for some reason, guys. I don't know what the deal is. I've always looked extremely young, particularly when I first started in sales. And so this was a problem that I absolutely understand. Number one, you got to get over it yourself. Look, it's more in your mind than it is in their mind, trust me. They're there to buy a product or a service. They're not looking at how young or old you are. And no matter how many times you tell somebody, I'm there to service you, I'm there to take care of you, that is not people's experience. When I'm buying a product, I don't really, if I buy this watch, I'm not thinking about the guy that sold me the watch, that I'm like, I'm going to go see the guy that sold me the watch and he's going to take care of my watch. Dude, if my watch purchase is dependent upon him being there, I'm probably not buying that watch. So you can sit there and say, I'm going to be here. I don't think the American consumer or any consumer really cares whether you're there or not. What they care is about that you're there in front of them 100% enthusiastic, excited, believe in what you do. Put your age thing aside. They're not thinking about your age. They can't even tell me your name after 3 minutes of meeting you. Nobody can even remember your name in most cases after meeting an individual. Young hustlers of the world, baby. Young hustlers, man. I'm going to tell you what you got to do. You got to do the name of this show. You got to hustle. You got to be a young hustler. If you're 45 or 55, look, the truth is I act like a young hustler. I'm out there young, youthful, excited, passionate. That's what people buy, and that's what they'll buy every day, and I don't care. The bigger we get as a machine age, the more people yearn for somebody that's excited, excitable. What are some other names we came up with, Jared, and then we'll hook out of here?
Boss Academy, Millennial Muscle. Cash rules everything around millennials.
We got to teach him how to talk in a mic, though, don't we, huh? Young hustler.
Unsung Visionaries, Temple of Youth, Temple of Money Youth. That's kind of weird.
You need to quit smoking those electric cigarettes. You got it?
Young
you got
Slingers,
it with you?
Young Guns.
Can somebody go get Jared's electric cigarette? Robert, can you get somebody to get Jared's
Young
electric
Bucks.
cigarette? I want him to.
New Money Millionaires.
No, I want to see his electric cigarette. Let me read some of these, okay? Oh, you do?
Yeah.
We got time. Get your electric cigarette, man. I need to see this on camera, okay? Hey, some people on Twitter following us. Muhammad's retweeted me 2 things you won't learn in school: how to ask for what you want and what's your pitch. We got Jeff Gleason. Believe I can double up all of November with insane workouts. There it is, okay? Hey, that's crazy, man. I know they're going to find out that there's really some crack in there. Folks, my name's Grant Cardone. On Twitter, I'm at Grant Cardone. This is at Jared Glant.
At Jared Glant.
Every Thursday, we're going to be with you for the young hustler.
Hey, we're here to help you. Submit your questions. info@grantcardone.com. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, and thanks for following me on Twitter. Be great. Nothing else pays. Every day.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.